relax and unwind, but stay informed. It's the Sunday Cafe on Magic Talk.
Good to have you along here too. Roman Travers with you right through until midday. After 11, it's the first political panel for 2020 and someone with 2020 vision for the future, Vernon Tava, the leader of Sustainable New Zealand. And no, he didn't pay me to say that. I'm actually just intrigued as to what he'll have to say. And Mitch Harris joins him too, who is, of course, a former broadcaster here.
Roman Travers, Magic Talk.
Well, you've just managed to get into the studio and jump on the chair. That was a very short break. Tanya, Unkovich, Happy New Year.
As well.
It's good to have you along. Now, yesterday, I have to say, you caught an extraordinarily large snapper.
I did indeed. It was pretty hard hauling that one in, I must admit.
Yeah, you got there's a volume knob just there. Yep, roll that round and you should be able to hear yourself loud and clear.
Fabulous. That sounded a bit funny.
2020, we all sort of kick off. Actually, I don't. That's a lie. I don't start the year with resolutions. Do many people still do that, do you think?
It's not as crazy as it used to be. Once upon a time, everyone did it right.
Yeah.
And we'd all have our heads in the fridge at 5 to midnight on New Year's Eve and start fresh on New Year's Day. But nowadays, people aren't doing it as much. However, there is still this desire to make something work differently for the new year. So people still make some form of commitment, but not as crazy.
Now, you found some data. What's the Strava report? That sounds like a cycling thing that we use to measure how far we ride our bikes.
Well, actually, today is officially Quitters Day.
Oh.
Yes, 19th of January is often the day when people go, oh, sod it. I'm not going to go through with this resolution. It was a stupid idea anyway. I should have learnt last year. It doesn't work. So it's usually 18, 19 days. People just have had enough and they either fall off the wagon or they just go back to doing things sensibly.
Seriously, 19 days? That's pretty pathetic, isn't it?
I know, but it is. Today's officially Quitters Day, so happy Quitters Day.
So how do we avoid that? What sort of things can you put in place? Is it that we're trying to be taller, prettier, younger, and of course, it's not going to happen. So is it just about being realistic?
Well, it is about knowing what you really, really want. I always say that. I know that. And we all want to be healthy. We all want to live a life of fulfillment. We want to be loved. We want to feel good enough. And it's about finding ways to do that throughout the whole year. But you've got to have a strong reason why. You really do, because that's what's going to make it stick. That's what's going to make you ultimately choose to do something different instead of going back to those old patterns. So there's...
So I'm just thinking about some of the things that I do. I tend to... What do I do? If I look ahead at the year and go, oh my God, the year is already filled with meetings and conferences and stuff and places I have to be, does it help to have little goals to aim for? Like in a month's time, I want to go up north and see my niece at Taupo Bay, whatever. Does that stuff help, or is that...
It sure does, yeah. That's what I mean by chunking it down. Yeah. Instead of going, gosh, some people who may have a big fitness goal, and for the whole year, they think, oh, my God, how am I going to get that 10, 20, 30 kilos off? Yeah. Well, break it down. Have milestones every quarter, every month. And that way it will make it manageable. And I will also say, look, break it down to once a week and once a day, because every single day is what is going to make up your life, right? So learn to live mindfully and enjoy the day instead of waiting for this magic 12 months or the magic number.
Why is it that we put ourselves under such pressure? We are our own worst enemies at time, aren't we? We just,
You get into this place of feeling not good enough and you want change immediately. You want to do something straight away. So if you find that, let's use food for comfort. Let's say that you're one of these people that does that, right? And you've been good for a week or two and then all of a sudden something happens in life and you're eating compulsively. In that moment, when you're doing that to yourself, you go back to feeling, I am just rubbish. I'm no good. I don't feel good enough. I'm not lovable. All those stories. So that is why I encourage everyone, start there. Start feeling that first instead of waiting until you're at this magic goal in order to feel good enough.
Okay, so we all know that the end of the year comes and a new one starts. How important is preparing rather than sort of surprising yourself with some revelation on the 1st of January?
Preparing yourself for your new goals and all that, it's very important. You plan it out. You start putting strategies in place on what will help you get to each milestone. You look for help. You get yourself into a community that will help you, or mentorship or something like that. So it's not about just doing the same thing over and over again and saying, right, I'm going to do this, and you don't tell anyone about it, and you're just going to snap into it that morning. Preparation is key.
Yeah, and I think, I just think of the friends I have and family that put so much pressure on ourselves, and perfection is something we're aiming for. I'm back in a moment talking with Tanya Unkovich. We'll find out if perfection is something that's achievable. It's 11 to 11.
Magic Talk's been doing some renovations over the summer break.
I'll do an extension and take the ensuite.
All right, well, if you're going there, I'll just move slightly over here.
And where do you want me?
You're good, Peter. You stay right where you are.
The times have changed slightly, but the talent hasn't. Wake up to the AM show from 6 till 9 a.m. Peter Williams is back from 9 till 12. Get more of Sean Plunkett from 12 till 4. Drive home with the Ryan Bridge Drive Show from 4 till 7 p.m. And round out your day with Leah Palapa from 7 till 11. 2020 on Magic Talk. Turn up the conversation.
Enjoy the great outdoors at Rebel Sport this weekend. With 40% off all fishing, 30% off Adidas, and 25% off all clothing and footwear. Hurry, ends Monday at Rebel Sport. Discounts off the white sticker price. Excludes the purchase of gift vouchers.
Till Monday at Briscoe's, there's an unbelievable half price off absolutely everything store-wide. That's half price off the entire store. Only at Briscoe's, only till Monday. Discounts off the white sticker price. Excludes clearance items and the purchase of gift vouchers.
Summer's sorted at Mitre 10 Mega. Get 8 litres of Forestwood deck and furniture oil, only $75. Plus, be in to win a Toyota Hilux when you spend $20 or more. See T's and C's online. On now at Mitre 10 Mega.
Looking for a place right by the water with a short walk to the main street? Richmond Villas offers this and so much more. With beautiful gardens, it's so peaceful, established, and has a great community feel. Richmond Villas are built to the highest standard with all the amenities you'll ever need. Make the move and make friends for life at Richmond Villas. Call to view on 0800 868 5484. That's 0800 868 5484.
Warehouse Stationery can help you choose the best device to power up their study and get 30 months interest free on items $4.99 and over. Shop online or in store 7 days. The biggest range, lowest prices, only at Warehouse Stationery, your back to school HQ.
Carter's Tyre Service want to wish a happy new year to all farmers and your families. Carter's Tyres are a family-owned tyre company specialising in agricultural tyres. If you need them for farm tyres, road, boat trailer or caravan tyres this holiday period, they'll do all of your safety checks for free. That's right, free! A gift to you to help you get the job done safely this holiday season. See Carter's Tyres family. Visit carterstyres.co.nz for their nationwide branches.
Holy moly, New Zealand! It's 2020 already! But Skinny is still coming to the party with 2 gigs of ice-cold summer data every weekend of summer for every Skinny customer on a mobile rollover plan. So kick back, relax, and climb into 2 gigs of streaming, surfing, and searching for more things to do with your free data. Because the best things in summer are free, especially for you, my data-loving friends. Exclude Skinny Direct, starts 5 p.m. Friday, ends midnight Sunday. Free data does not roll over, T's and C's apply. Get the Skinny!
And welcome back. It's time for the revolving door of resolutions and muttering, "New year, new you," under your breath. We hope you like your new personal trainer. It was this time in 1512 that the words, "This year I will make a name for myself," were uttered by, who was that? No matter. This year is different anyway, because when you say,
"Oh, stink, I'm out of ink,"
you're going to tackle it like a pro. Gotink.co.nz. Printer cartridges for the productive, fit, healthy, famed, washed, peaceful.
New Zealand Police, committed to safer roads by stopping speeding all year round.
It's the Sunday Cafe with Roman Travers on Magic Talk.
G'day, good to have you along. I've been having a lovely conversation with Tanya Unkovich. Her husband's here as well, taking photos, and he says the secret to making a fish look big is to hold it close to the camera. But that was a beautiful looking snapper yesterday. Now, Tanya Unkovich is a life coach and just one of the nicest people in the world. Perfection. We all aim for it. I look in the mirror, I look at all my faults. I never go, "Wow, look at you." I go, "Oh, look at you." Oh, yuck. Why are we like that? Why do we aim for perfection?
Look, I can't exactly say why we do it. It is part of the human condition, isn't it? We're never quite happy. But look, perfection, it doesn't actually exist. And this is where you need to really train your brain. And even if you don't feel it or mean it, then start actually saying it anyway, because that is the repetition that will build that momentum. It will change your subconscious. So look at yourself in the mirror, and no matter what flashes in your mind first, you know, that crazy aunt in the attic voice, you go, gee, you look good, you look buff, you look great. Roman, you're great. You know,
no, it's not true.
You start saying it.
So
What's
positive
the-
affirmations.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
What comes out of your mouth is very, very important.
Oh, I know. And you know what? Don't put yourself down, because there are plenty of people that will anyway.
Yes.
So, yeah, I know what you're saying. I really have to change my mentality. You say not to sweat the bad days. Why not?
Well, what good is that going to do? We're human, we make mistakes, and also things happen in life that are beyond our control. So why do it anyway? And this is one of the things that often gets you off the wagon when you've started your New Year commitment. You've had a bad day, so wow, those Tim Tams look great, and then you get into that packet. Now, if you have one and you can feel yourself getting all, oh my God, this is it, then you can stop. You can make the decision to stop. You know, one Tim Tam isn't going to kill you. So that people who expect this perfection, especially when they're trying to make a change, they think that one Tim Tam will just kill the whole week. It won't.
Yeah.
The packet might.
Well, it does. It does for me. That's why I don't buy biscuits. It's not because I don't like them. The problem is I love them, and one is never enough. Yeah. Look, that's something I could go off on a tangent with. I am an all or nothing person. What does that say about me?
Well, you're like many of us.
Yeah.
However, it's about starting to believe that you have the control of your mind.
Jeepers. All right.
Look,
Good.
once upon a time, I never had things like that in the house either, but honestly, I do now. It isn't an issue,
Yeah.
but that is because that food doesn't have control of me anymore.
Yeah.
And that's the difference. And it's about starting to trust yourself, starting to trust your intuition, starting to believe in yourself that, yes, you can say no to something. So that's where you do need to do a little bit of work.
You say all this, but you bring me some cake.
I know, and because we've got lots of cake at home, and so I'm going to share it. But once upon a time, it didn't last until January the 19th,
no,
trust me.
No. Now, you speak about momentum. What do you mean by that?
Well, it is about starting a pattern and then repeating things. Repetition is what will build momentum. So keep doing something, and by 7, 14, 21 days, you'll have a really good, healthy momentum. And that is what will help you stay on the path that you want to be on. That is what will help you then become the person that you need to be and want to be. So, you know, those first few days, that's when you may need a little bit of accountability and coaching or whatever it is in order to help you.
Yeah.
But just get that momentum going. Get past January the 11th. 19th, as I say today. Yeah.
I'm no different to other people in that I'm hugely influenced by my environment. So not just a physical environment, but the people around me. And I've learnt to be less tolerant of toxic behaviour.
So into that.
You know what I mean? Those negative people who, I can't stand so-and-so. And all they want to do is wake up grumpy and go to bed even grumpier. Is it a good thing just to avoid that, or just to, how do you put that wall up between you and that person that, it could be your husband or your wife or, you know?
Well, look, that is very, very wise actions to take, because who you spend time with, you become. And I love that quote by Jim Rohn, who says you end up being like the top 5 people you spend the most time with. So average that out. So keep your inner tribe really up there, highest standard you can be. And that's very important, to keep that toxicity away, to be able to walk away graciously. You don't need to do it in a reactive way or in an aggressive way. Just go, you know what? This actually doesn't work for me. And look, if it is a spouse, then maybe you do need to have a bit of help there. But with other people, then, you know, there's this lovely saying, love your family, choose your friends.
Yeah. In a work environment, and I'm taking off on a little tangent here, but how do you affect positive change at work? Apart from being that horrible, happy person who's always happy, does that kind of catch on in a negative environment where you are the minority?
Look, just start being who you want your environment to turn into. You know, a great leader needs to actually be who they want their people to be. So yes, you might need to be that happy person in the studio or in the home or in the work environment in order to create that around you. Just start being an example to others.
Yeah.
For your own sake.
Oh, look, and in saying that, I'm very much like John Budge. He's a very positive influence on me, very chirpy, we're all very happy here because we love being here.
That's it.
But when you are going to a full-time job elsewhere, and I'm not saying that I do, but some people do, and it's that dread and dredge of having to go to work and be in an environment that is just so toxic. I guess it's time to go and find a new job.
Look, I was just going to say that. Then maybe start looking at what it is that you really want in your life and in your profession, because if you're that miserable, then something needs to change. That's going to filter into every other area of your life, isn't it? You're going to come home and be toxic and angry to your wife and children, husband, spouse.
Do you find being positive and upbeat exhausting?
What's the alternative?
Yeah.
So I have a ritual of every single day. I get up and there are things that I do every single day in order to put myself in the mindset, I'm getting my words muddled here, to be in the mindset that I not only need to be in, but that I want to be in. I could easily fall into negative and start taking on people's stuff, but been there, done that, don't want to do it anymore. It doesn't help me in any way in my life, and life is really too short.
And it affects everything, your health, your mental health, everything, doesn't
Absolutely,
it?
absolutely. Gosh, even my cat picks up when I'm not happy, so he's a good little reminder.
Tanya Unkovich is a life coach. How do people get in touch with you for your expert advice and help?
Okay, you can Google me, just go to my website. I'm on all social media.
Nice.